Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to City Skylines Mass Transit. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back here in the city of Nerdshire, where we have over $300,000 currently. We have some pretty big demand for residential zoning. We have blimps, and we should probably deal with that residential zoning as well as the issues with garbage across the city. Although those issues are going to be solved as time goes by because the garbage trucks are no longer emptying these two landfills over here. They are working on, well, the city, frankly. That's what they're doing currently, so we'll leave them to it and we will go ahead and get some new zoning in over here. So we'll do that kind of thing. We'll bring some roads down through here as well, if we can. There we go. And we'll go there as well. I don't think we need any more connections done that way. But I would like to build another little stretch of road here that just goes like that. We'll bring that road down to there and that road down to there. And that's going to be, hopefully, a really nice addition to the city in terms of residential zoning. I might go for some high-density zoning down here. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Not 100% certain as to whether or not we should go high density down this way. I do also really like the idea of getting like a big park area in here. I think that'd be really nice to do. So what I'm going to try here is I'm going to bring... Oh, those roads don't actually line up properly. If I do that, and then I want to move those bus stops for a second. Just for a second, all right? I want to move this bus stop to there. And that bus stop to there. I want to bulldoze those roads. Then I want to go through and do that. Then I want to move those bus stops to there and to there. Did I do those wrong? I think I did those the wrong way around. So that one should be there, possibly. I've done those in a very, very interesting way, haven't I? Okay, what about there and there? That seems to work. Okay, the reason I wanted to do that is quite simple. I was thinking of bulldozing this road here and turning that whole area into something like Central Park, basically. So we get rid of all the stuff in there, we'll clear it out, we can put some water in there. Well, we can't put water in there, I don't think. Well, actually, no, we totally can put water in there. There are ways to do it, but I don't think I will do it because it'll be way too much work. But what I want to do is run some pedestrian paths around this whole area. Just like this. Okay, that just deleted a part of that. That was very strange. I then want to... I want to go from there, technically. But it's snapping to the wrong bit, is the problem. Can I get that to line up with the road? I absolutely can. Okay. I want a path that goes straight down through the middle there. And I want one that goes like that as well. So we're going to have paths that go the whole way through the middle of this place, which is going to let people get about super easily. And honestly, it's kind of going to be that simple. It's not going to be, you know, winding paths, I don't think. I could add some water in, I absolutely could, but I think I'm just going to leave it with this really simple look, with this kind of just square thing going on. Because that does let people get about. And it really breaks up the space as well, in a really nice way, might I add. So what I'll do is I'm going to come over with some decorations. And I want to put some trees in here. So I want to do something like that. And I want to get something like that. And I just want to line this place with a bunch of trees. Just to make it look kind of nice. And don't worry, this episode isn't going to turn into a Let's Build or anything. That tree's too small. That's a good size. That tree's a bit small as well. Can I get a bigger one? I absolutely can. So there we go. We're going to try and just line the whole thing in some really nice big trees. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trees there. So we need 11 here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh dear. Okay, that didn't really get spaced out properly at all. But I think it'll do. I think that'll do. I think that looks fine. So we get the same along here. I think it was 5 along this front. So 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then the same over here. I want some big trees. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is coming together, though. I can put some nice details in the middle as well with rocks and all that stuff. So we're still having some pretty major issues across the board with garbage not being collected. And I'm thinking that the reason for that is most likely that the garbage trucks have to go so far to actually collect the garbage. That's what I'm thinking, at least. So it would be really nice to get the population up to a point where we can get... Oh, we can get incineration... What? When did... I didn't notice that we had incineration plants. Well, that just makes my life a lot easier. Okay, okay. Right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw an incineration plant there. And there. And that's gonna let the, garbage trucks get to the city a little bit quicker, I'm hoping. And hopefully that's going to solve a lot of the issues that we're having. By the way, with regards to the park, this is what it currently looks like. I think it looks nice. It's obviously very basic, but I like it. I do. I think it looks, you know, well, basic, but nice. Anyway, we actually have a lot of demand still for residential zoning. That's possibly because I never actually filled this area up. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to de-zone everything along this road here, and I'm going to replace it with some high-density commercial zoning. I know, it's commercial, it's not residential, and I said I was doing residential. Don't worry. It's fine. This bit here, similar story, commercial zoning. Then these bits back here, including these bits here, are going to be filled with high-density residential zoning. This bit back here is going to be a similar story, high-density residential zoning. And this bit down here can be high-density commercial, I guess. So we'll get that done. And that will hopefully deal with a lot of the demand that we have for residential zoning. It is going to bring the population down, but we should see it bounce back since we're putting some high-density structures in here. That's the plan, anyway. Whether or not it actually works, we'll find out. We will absolutely find out. You know, the more I look at this road, the more I think I really should have just connected it, like, over there. That probably would have made a lot more sense than what I've done here. Oh my god, there's so much traffic wanting in there. Let's turn off the traffic lights just there if we can. So turn those off and set a stop sign there. And we'll do the same there and set a stop sign on that side. So hopefully that'll do good stuff. We'll do the same there. Turn off the set the stop sign on. Stop sign there. Stop sign there. Stop sign there. And we'll do the same just along all of these roads. I know it's dangerous not having traffic lights on, but for this area, I think it's going to be really important to keep that traffic moving. It also looks like, oh wow, we are having a bit of a tailback here. It looks like we have dealt with most of the issues regarding the garbage though, which is beautiful to see. I am just a little bit peeved that traffic is backing up as much as it is. That's not the best news in the world. But I'm thinking we could totally fix that with some district play. So let's get some districts in here. I haven't done districts in PC in a good long time. I think it was like the first or second episode of this series that I mentioned that I'd put 10 hours into mass transit thus far. I didn't play with districts in that 10 hours. I wanted to leave the districts until I was recording. I know that's so sad, man, but if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know I love me some neat districts. I really do. It's like the best part of the game is getting the districts in here, making them neat. It's not really. I'm only pulling your leg, which is a phrase I never use and will never use again. Just FYI. But I think that might help a little bit. I think doing similar up here might be a good idea as well. Just separating all the squares that we have into districts is probably going to help us a little bit because it's going to encourage traffic to use the highway as a means of travel. I also don't need to pause the game while I'm doing this. I don't know why I keep doing that. But yeah, this should absolutely encourage traffic to use the highway a little bit more and not just take the first exit to the city because it can't go through. It's not going to be able to go through the districts to get to the different parts of the city is the point I'm making here. So if you get off the highway here, you can't go through Sheffield Park to get to Spruce Hills, for example. That's me plan. So let's just extend some districts this way as well. Oh, there's a bit of a forest fire out there. That's actually a bit of a worry. We should probably do something about that. Can we actually get helicopters for fighting fires? We can. We can get a fire helicopter depot. Probably not a bad idea, to be honest. Getting a couple of helicopter depots for emergencies. Let's... Oh, hold up. Let's build a little area for this, because we have the money. We do have the money. So let's come off of there and go 30... Let's go 20 units. Let's go 20 units. And let's do fire helicopter depot there. Very expensive. Very expensive. Police helicopters I'm not worried about. Medical helicopters, on the other hand, I am kind of interested in. Can I get a medical helicopter thing in there? No, I would need to be... I think 2 units further along. So I think there is where I need to be. I think. Am I right? Or am I right? I am right. Good. So that's where the emergency helicopters can live for the time being. Do they have a gap between them? Because if they do, I'm totally putting a path up. No, I can't. Alright, fair enough. But yeah, that's where the emergency helicopters can go. I'm pretty sure those are super expensive to run. Yeah, 2,500 per week. So we're not going to go bankrupt off of having these, but we are going to be making a lot less money from having these. But that should be okay. We should be able to... Yeah, there we go. So we're dealing with the forest fires, which is super important. I don't want to burn the forest down. I kind of like the forest that we have here. So having these guys should do some good stuff for us. I think I will also go ahead and throw in the... I could throw the full firehouse in here, but I'll go for a regular little fire station. Just there. We could go for some better policing out here as well if we wanted to, but I think I'll just leave that as is for the time being. As for the districts, let me get back to my my passion over here. And let me just remove the districts from there. Let me remove the district from there. And also from that avenue. And also that avenue as well. Okay. Then we just need to add districts to one last little bit here, which is totally going to mess things up for me. So, yeah, we're going to have to make these districts all neat again in a second. Let's bring this across. Let's bring this down to there and across. And what is this district called? It's Sunset Heights. Interesting name for something that's mostly industrial zoning, but to each their own, I suppose. So there we go. You know, I realized looking at this that I've put the Blimp stop in the city very close to an industrial area, so it's entirely possible that it's not going to have that many people using the Blimp to get to the other industrial area, but we'll not worry about it too much. Let's go to policies here, and let's say that we want the Old Town policy, and I want to encourage biking. I think I want the same here. Old Town and biking. And Old Town and biking. Over here, Old Town and no biking. In terms of taxation, we'll leave it as is. I think I'd also like some education boosts to be done in a couple of these districts, possibly. Helicopter priorities, not really interested. I think we'll just leave it as is. We're hopefully going to see some good stuff happen with the traffic as a result of the old-time policies. Also, there's still some pretty big demand for residential zoning, so let's go and remove these guys here and fill up all of that space with a bit of high-density residential zoning. I'd also like to do the same around what I'm just going to call this Sheffield Park. I know that's the name of the entire district, but I think it's going to, you know, it's a good name for this kind of central park thing we got going here. So throw a bunch of high-density residential around Sheffield Park, and we'll see how that goes. Why is that why is that landing there? Oh, that's a medical helicopter taking someone to the clinic. Yeah, you don't see that often, do you? Oh, wow. Oh, wow, there's so many people waiting there. Well, that is very interesting to see indeed. Oh, man, it's so nice seeing some high-rises across the city as well. I'm so happy with this. I really, really am so happy with this. A couple of people complaining over here about not enough buyers for products. I don't know if I'm too worried about that, to be honest. I just don't know if I'm worried at all. It doesn't seem like that much of a big deal. Not to me, anyway. But, you know, whatever. To each their own. Let's see. So, can we expand this area a bit further? I'd kind of like to. I'd like to see about making this sort of emergency area. I'd like to try and incorporate it into everything we got going on here a little bit more. So just something like that. We obviously can't bring a road down through here on this side. But we can do, you know, we can do that on this side. And we can bring a road up on this side if we wanted to. Which might be an idea. Or we can bring it across there if we wanted to. Unfortunately, it's being a little bit weird in terms of the way the roads are going to work there. I'm going to bulldoze this for a second so I can actually bring a road through here. I think that'd be kind of nice to do. So let's get this reconnected. Just like that. And there we go. So we now have a bit more zoning over here. And we're a small city! Oh, we got trains! Oh, that's exciting. We got the multi-platform stations, the monorail bus hubs. Oh. Now that makes things interesting. That makes things really, really interesting. Because we can totally go ahead and get the... We can get the cargo train station. Which actually won't fit in there, so my plan's out the window. It's also not really going to fit over here, is it? But I could chuck it, like, there. That's always an option. Chucking it there. Right on the edge. It would mean that the cargo... Oh, I have an idea. Hold on, put that there. Let me go and say that this is going to be a one-way road. So it's going to come in that way. It's going to go that way. And it's going to go around like that. This little road here, I'm feeling it's going to be one way in as well. So we'll do that. Then over here, we'll sort of do similar. So the roads are going to go around like that, basically. And that should be fine. This road here can probably just be one way going from, you know, right to left. Sure. That'll do the job, I guess. This road could probably rotate as well, to be honest. That might be a bit of a mess. But it does mean that any cargo traffic has to go, you know, this way. Basically, which is probably going to be for the best. Now, where is the rail connection for this region? It's over there, isn't it? We don't actually have the ability to buy another tile just yet, so we are going to need to get to that. But we could set up a train line that runs from here to the city. That's an option. That is definitely an option. I'm also thinking that if I can, I'd like to rotate some of these one-way roads. I'd like this bus line here to move to that side of the road. Which is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, to be honest. We can just leave it up there. Yeah, we'll leave it up there. That'll be fine. Because I want to turn this road into a one-way road. And I want it to go that way. So it should make things a little bit easier for traffic coming off of here. Because it's going to force a lot of traffic onto this main bit of road. So we'll see how that goes. And we'll see what happens. But where on earth would I put a cargo train station in the middle of my city? That is the question. Because we do need one. We need cargo to come in to all of the buildings. Obviously, we need cargo to come in so that we have things to sell. I just don't know where I'd put a cargo train station. I'm looking at over here and thinking that would be a good spot, right at the edge. I think we'll do that. I think we'll put a cargo train station out there. Let me get these things back to being emptied. Because I really want to get rid of them. Do we have crematoriums? We don't. When do we get those? 15,000. Good lord. I want crematoriums. I want to get rid of this graveyard. I'm also going to move my bus depot, I think. And chuck it over here. Since we really don't need it to be, like, in the heart of everything. We'll put it next to the cargo train station. And we can even go ahead and just fill up some of these areas with more industrial zoning if we wanted to. Which means that we'll get some power out to these guys, which will be beautiful stuff. Get some industry in there too, because we might as well. And to be honest, we are probably going to need more connections to this industrial zone as it expands. Just looking at how busy these two roads are, we're going to need something there. We're definitely going to need something there. But hopefully these empty super quick. I really hope they do. Let me turn them on again so that they actually start working. You are emptying, right? Yeah, there we go. So they're going to start taking their garbage to the incineration plants and the landfills over here. Speaking of landfills, let me empty those too. We'll start emptying the landfills. We are going to need more incineration plants to deal with all of this. So let me throw one there and there. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the city handles this change. Because I imagine it'll be a bit of an interesting change. I'm also thinking it might be an idea to actually move the incineration plants across the road. So that it's maybe a little bit easier for the traffic to, you know, manage the incineration plants. That might just be an idea. So throw that there and throw you just into that spot. And then rezone some of that. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how the game handles that. There is a lot of crime out here though, so I'm thinking we are going to need to get a police station. So let me throw it like there. And that'll cover a pretty good portion of that area. So here's hoping for the best. Basically, here's hoping that actually works. Because I really don't know if it will. We do still have demand for industrial zoning, so I am just going to go ahead and fill up all of this. Because we really might as well. And I'm also thinking we're probably going to want to start throwing in a bit more residential zoning. So let me tear out all of this and throw it in there. And this really is coming together. It really, really is coming together. Could I go ahead and get a cargo train station here? I totally could if I move that dirt road. And I'm definitely thinking about it. Definitely thinking about it. But, ladies and gentlemen, I actually think I'm going to leave it there for today. I'd say we've done a pretty good job at expanding the city slightly. Got some high density stuff going. We got this new industrial area being expanded a bit. We got blimps moving. We got cargo train stations. It's all good. I'm liking it. I'm definitely liking it. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you kindly for watching. This has been City Skylines Mass Transit Part 5. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.